You know, the stuff they say on all these platforms, YouTube, uh, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, what they say on all those platforms and what they do out in the real world, and then what they complain about is just really confusing, especially on here. It's just really confusing. And I think it's purposely confusing because like the more we're confused, the more power they have. And I think it's just like done that way on purpose. Here's what I mean. They'll they'll glorify all of these romance novels and all of these movies where the girl will cheat on a perfectly good man. I mean, they have a perfectly stable relationship on set to have a baby, already made the marriage proposal, and then some like drifter with like nothing going for them will just offer a little bit of excitement apart from their normal day to day. They'll offer just a little bit of excitement and they'll go for that and learn and leave their perfectly good, stable life that they could have had. And that'll be the book. That'll be the romance novel. That'll be the movie. And it's just like that's perfectly acceptable. That'll get glorified. You know, I'm talking about the movies like Titanic or The Notebook and all these smut novels that they read on the day to day. Same thing. Girl cheat on a perfectly good guy and that kind of stuff that'll get glorified in this society now. They're saying stuff like we're living in a chopped men epidemic, or in my case, well, they'll just call me ugly straight to my face. But hey, that's preferred to lying to me. I mean, if that's what you truly believe, then okay. I'm a big fan of just being honest. That's fine. But they'll say stuff like that. They'll look at these Tyler Perry movies like they docu flicks, not just docu flicks. They'll look at it like it's their own personal life. They're actually going through the exact same thing. Their man acts just like this man in this new Tyler Perry movie, and they'll act like the like Tyler Perry is speaking directly to them. They'll say all the time, men oppress, the patriarchy oppresses us all. They'll say stuff like that all the time. They'll complain about how men aren't emotionally vulnerable, but yet they'll never be emotionally vulnerable enough to just tell a guy that you like him. It's always something like, oh my gosh, I walked by you and I pretended like I didn't know you. You should have just known that meant I like you. Like, I flicked my hair and I pretended like I was better than you. How did they not know that meant I was interested? Like, men are dumb, right? What? They'll never be emotionally vulnerable enough to just say, I like you. Do you like me? I'm not saying, hey, throw a note at a guy and say check yes or check no, but I'm just saying. But yet, when a guy approaches them, oh, you're a creep. How dare you look at me and, as a heterosexual male, be attracted to my body? Disgusting. You're a creep. How dare you? That's not how it's supposed to be done in society. They'll they'll start all this bear over man stuff. Meanwhile, they're saying to the guy that's interviewing them, they'll say to the man that's interviewing them right there that the man is so scary that in a situation where they're trapped in the woods, they'd rather it be a bear over a man. And then, of course, we got the old faithful, all men are dogs. I mean, that's a fan favorite. They actually will start hashtags like hashtag all men, like a full-blown gender purge, all men, hashtag that. They'll pursue the most toxic types of men out there. They'll hop from relationship to relationship to relationship, and the sins of the ex is going to be put upon the next, as if the next guy is most certainly going to do the exact same thing that your ex did. And even if he doesn't, it's like, you might have done it, so I may as well treat this like it's a doomed relationship, and I'm just going to put in 25% effort. They'll support these many humiliation ritual type shows like Pop the Balloon and all of its branch offs. Well, most of its branch offs. They'll support stuff like that. They'll say stuff like, we don't need men. We could perfectly live happily in a world, a whole world where no men existed. We could perfectly live happily in that situation. They'll say stuff like that. They say stuff like, we're minding our business. We don't even want men around. We don't even want them around. We minding our business. We don't even want you in our space. They'll heavily follow women in these spaces online that megaphone their own bias towards men. They'll do that all the time. They'll follow people like this, Drew Wallow and the Sprinkle Girl. They'll follow them that constantly megaphone all this hatred towards men and how men need to be eliminated. They'll amen that all day. Amen it all day. They'll compare relationships online and in movies, and then they'll compare that to their real life relationship. Like, why don't you do what this millionaire guy has done for his girl? Why didn't you buy me that? Why don't you treat me like that? Why didn't you post me like this? Why don't you celebrate me like that? Why don't I get this kind of stuff? They'll do that. They'll compare their relationships to online relationships where they don't even know the full story. They just know the online version. But they'll do that. They'll blame just the craziest behavior, the most insane behavior on their astrological sign, or, oh, I was postpartum, so, when I stabbed my boyfriend in the neck, I was postpartum. I mean, yeah. And men are stupid. They don't understand what postpartum means. So when I stabbed him in the neck and I almost offed all 4 of our children, then you should have just understood. Because, I was postpartum. Yeah, that's a good enough explanation. You should just understand that. Okay. They make stuff like the T app under the complete lie of protection for them. They'll make the T app under the complete lie of protection when really they just want to gossip about men. They just took what they do in the style shop and brought it online. What they do in the hairstyle shop, they just brought it online and said, no, it's for our protection. I mean, come on now. They'll say stuff like men are weak, men are useless. I don't know why we even bother with them. They'll say stuff like that. They'll make these hashtags like it's all men until it's no men. All men, every single solitary one of them, all men until it's no man. They'll say all this stuff. They'll do all this stuff and then turn around and say some craziness like, where are all the good men at? Where are they at? Where are all the good men? Why can't I find the good men? After they done said and did all that stuff. Why can't I find a good man? Where are all the good men at? Why don't men treat us the same no more? Why don't they open doors for us and pay for me and all 17 of my friends food and drinks? Why don't they do that anymore? Why don't they pay every single solitary one of the bills and buy me all the presents that I want? Why don't they do that anymore? Why don't the men act like my father used to act it with my mother? Why don't they do that? Where all the good men? They'll complain on a day-to-day basis about men and then turn around and say where all the good men at. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying I've lost all hope, but oh my gosh, I will say it's crazy out here. It's just insane out here.